I'm sure glad that I'm working on this video today because I noticed that one of my tires is blown out. And I've been sitting since Friday, so it must have happened. I don't know if that's what it's from. I don't know. It must have happened sometime on Friday because I haven't left anywhere today. And I probably wouldn't have noticed this until tomorrow morning. So that worked out good, kind of. Now I gotta get a new tire, 2 new tires. Gotta change them together. So if I get this one brand new, they're gonna be very uneven, and then that one's gonna wear down really weird. This one's gonna wear down really weird and uneven. So, time to go to the shop and get some new tires. You know what's really crazy? And you're probably thinking, oh yeah, that part in Freak on a Leash where he's like, well, that's not what I'm talking about. By the way, that is not my joke. I stole it from a meme. Ooh. You see, I'm a really honest guy. Not honest enough not to steal it, but honest enough to admit that I did. And that's what this world needs more of, I think. And I'm also not talking about how crazy it is, how much trash there is at this Love's truck stop in Laredo, Texas. Truckers tend to be very nasty and very dirty. Some of them, not all of them, a good amount, maybe most. Ooh, piss jug, ew. What's actually really crazy is the fact that semi-trucks like this and semi-trailers like that are connected together by nothing more than this pin right here, which is quite small.
Hey, that's what she said.
It's about as round as this 16-ounce can, but as you can see, it is hell of a lot shorter.
That's what she said?
And that is all that keeps a truck and a trailer together. That's pretty scary and pretty crazy. Now, once that connection is made, it is solid. It is not going anywhere. In fact, it's far more likely that this whole fifth wheel assembly would come apart from the frame over here than separating from the connection that it has to the trailer, which tells you just how strong that connection is, even though it's just this dinky little thing that's smaller than a soda can connecting to that fifth wheel. But it's not just a matter of having a solid connection, because everything has to run smoothly. When you're driving, you turn left and right, and the bottom of that trailer plate where that connection is made glides all over the fifth wheel, so that needs to be greased up really well to make sure it's got a smooth operation. And to make sure we have smooth operation, we're gonna go inside the truck stop and get some of this stuff. It's specialized grease for putting on a fifth wheel. Usually it comes in a bottle, but I'm not seeing that anywhere over here. They got this stuff, which is kind of crap, but this will do. Now, normally you could take these little baggies and slap them on the fifth wheel over there and slide under it, and it'll crush them, and it'll spray the goo everywhere, which this is really nice. It's kind of like a, what's that called, a metallic black or something like that. Pretty nice. And it just spreads it all over the place, but the company gets crazy when we do that, because then they have to scrape those plastic things off the bottom of the trailer, and they don't like doing that. But there's a lot of excess grease over here, which I can simply just take from the sides there. I might not even have to open up, because you see how that metal is starting to show? You don't want that. When that metal is showing like that and then there's not enough grease on there, I could definitely feel it when I'm starting and stopping, because instead of the trailer plate, because I mean it connects there, but it still has a little bit of play, and when the fifth wheel is dry, that little sliding motion that it should be able to do on the fifth wheel, it doesn't do. It just kind of grinds, it gets sticky, and it gets unstuck, and I can feel that jolting in there on the drive, especially when I'm turning or stopping or starting. I definitely feel that jolt because it's not gliding over that fifth wheel nice and smooth as it should be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this greased up as much as I can. I probably should have opened one of those first because now my glove is all greasy and I don't think I have enough excess on here. Let's see if I could do this one-handed. These scissors suck. Alright, good enough. And I didn't manage to get it on the scissors. So what I'm gonna do is just squirt this out. Looks like a diarrhea. Nice. That stuff is really nice, actually. It's like a metallic black. Usually it's just a plain black, or I'm gonna have to use my dirty glove. Usually it's just like a plain black, or even it comes in a red color I've seen. Alright, so I got that squeezed out. And you don't want to get this grease on you, because you get this grease on you or your clothes, it's not coming off. That honestly wasn't a lot. And that stuff is actually kind of watery, which is not good. But it'll do the trick. As long as I have a nice coating on there, it'll do what it needs to do. And hopefully the wind isn't too terrible to the point that you can't even hear me. Maybe on this side it'll be a little bit better. But yeah, here we got a lot of excess grease. I can just collect that from the side. Because obviously when I go under the trailer, it gets smushed down. That's a lot of grease. And that's going to ensure a smooth operation. And that grease also, there's like a little indentation here. It actually collects in there, and you can take some of that out of there and just smear it all around. Now the problem with them not wanting us to put the packets directly on there is now when I go under the trailer, it's gonna scrape some of this off. But one option I have is I could raise the trailer up really high, which might not be so easy because it's a relatively heavy load. And then you could get under there and then lower the trailer, and that way it's not going to scrape off. But we're just going to go under there like so. That's pretty greased up, good enough. Now, to safely get rid of my nasty glove hand and the little packet, because I'm not a litter bug. I think I was gonna say glitter bug. That's the word I was looking for earlier. It's like glittery, this fifth wheel grease. It's got sparkles inside. There's the piss jug from earlier. Glad to see that hasn't been cleaned up. But they did empty the trash cans at the very least, which is nice, although there's still a lot of junk. Oh, there's like a flag over there. Don't get on my skin. Ew. Yeah, that stuff gets on your skin. What kind of flag is that? Oh, it's a Texas flag. Well, I'll put this Texas flag where it belongs. That's that. Don't mess with Texas!